Here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives, about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Laurie Gerard. Here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives, about to board a... Welcome to my latest case. Dear Hannah, here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives, about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Laurie Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Laurie's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good.
All aboard!
Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Laurie Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend? Natalie?
Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right, I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because see, one day in 1903, this train was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
Oh, brother.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Laurie Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
Now try it.
Hello.
Okay.
That's okay, I didn't say anything useful.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew. You and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
You don't
remember me, do you?
No.
Great.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Psst, Nancy. Psst. Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
I'm investigating.
Hey, Nance.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Any idea what he was doing?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
Agree with Frank.
I kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Laurie disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna explore.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it.
That's because you didn't eat your Wheaties.
Yep.
Clearly. Flippy fins! Fresh from a hand from the deep. Salmon. Okay.
Well, that's useful.
Oh, there's like little doll shoes.
Sadie Crawford.
Alright, the barefoot one's Sadie Crawford.
I was gonna go back and talk to her, Charlena.
She wanted to talk to the engineer. What? Fine. We'll talk to her.
Yes?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Boulay, who died about a year after they were married.
When did he buy this train?
Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
So he went west and became a miner?
All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite unknown.
Why do you think Laurie invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
Well, I'll let you go.
That would be nice.
Don't have to say it like that.
I know, right? Whee!
No idea if we're going the right way.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Goat have a gem eye. Yep, let's pull the
This must
emergency
have been the
brake.
sleeping car. I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Okay, let's not do that then. I'll tell her Edna cannot get away. She can get Alice, can't play. I'm too tired, as Alice said. I want to
Alice
distract.
is sleeping.
Yeah. You really try to make yourself fair, but all it came out was one two-part word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning, Alice replied. Till Edna the Terrible. So,
Edna says mama.
So Edna the Terrible.
Says mama. Mama.
Oh. Got it.
Got it. Making sure there's nothing on this side.
And yawning Alice is gonna be sleepy. Oh god. Oh. It's... Oh, okay.
Not
This isn't
that
too
far.
bad. It's 3D! Oh my god.
Dude, I'm right clicking. I guess. Oh. Okay. Have to rotate like this. Yeah.
Oh, it's gotta be that one.
Okay, what am I missing? Oh, this
Do you
is not
think
right.
those two should be swapped? This one and this one?
Yeah, I think so. No, it's still not right.
See how it looks up here?
Yeah.
So that one goes in this corner.
No.
Alright, there we go.
Miss? No.
Yeah, it has to have something connecting to it. So flip the center thing around. Oh yeah, see how this curve thing is
Oh, yeah.
going the wrong way? It's supposed to curve that way. There you go.
Okay, so we're missing part of the flower here. Where'd the flower go?
Let's see. I guess maybe this was over here. This isn't right.
Oh. That's probably the side.
Oh, we're close.
Getting there.
This isn't right. Does that one go down in this corner? That's right. I think these two are swapped. There we go.
Left pickaxe and lamp with buhl for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key?
Yes.
All of the above.
Alright, let's go for it. What's that all about?
What's what all about?
I had a white thing that showed up on the screen.
I don't know. As long as no seagulls are cawing, I don't care.
Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've seen your TV show.
Then I don't have to explain what I'm doing.
Yeah, you do.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
That's very interesting.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Laurie's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
Charlena Purcell thinks Laurie is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Is Lori a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
This looks like some sort of game. Nothing happens. I'll bet I have to wind it up first. Wipe out. Darn.
How are we supposed to do this? I don't get it.
Oh!
Wipe out. Oops.
Wipe out.
Wipe out.
Like as soon as that stops, you have to push it. There you go. Dun, dun, click. Dun, dun, click. Dun, dun, click. Dun.
I did it!
There you go.
Wonder what's in here.
Music to Camptown Races, of course.
Did you put on the piano?
If I had some music, I could play a tune.
Oh, I do.
Oh, good.
I got it.
This music major.
Oh!
Don't do that, please! Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums.
Okay, guess
You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay.
Damn it. Oh, fine.
that was bad.
The Little Book of Samplers.
These are symbols, huh?
Well, that's not gonna do me any good right now. I'm taking that though.
We need to find all those.
Thomasina O'Neill.
So, Thomasina O'Neill is what? Missing.
Missing ribbon.
Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano.
I don't need no stinking piano guide. Well, yeah.
It's locked.
Of course it is. Well, don't give up so easily.
Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers.
Willful Ursula's redhead found.
Yep. The cherry and the... Okay. Yeah, it has to do with the weights.
I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts. Looks like I need a special tool. Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's me.
Hi, Bess.
And me.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us.
You mean a bunch of weird
Torture,
people?
Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy. Only because you're driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Laurie Gerard is wearing?
Oh, George, that is so not true. I couldn't care less what Laurie Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya?
Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair.
I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool.
Nice try, Bess.
No, really.
You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself.
George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lori. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room?
Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape.
It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning.
Only it turns out she faked the whole thing.
Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped.
Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has.
Very funny. So what else is going on?
Before she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky.
Have any theories?
My first order of business is to find out what happened to Lori.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Lori vanishes. A pattern, maybe?
Bess, do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy, okay?
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train? Ew, creepy.
John Gray has set up a bunch of equipment in Camille's train car in hopes of documenting distortions in the electromagnetic field caused by her residual energy.
Say what?
He's looking for Camille's ghost. Don't you ever watch him on TV?
Just because I watch him doesn't mean I understand him.
Catch you later.
We'll be right here.
Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
Alright, forgot that this game I has the power. Oh, seriously? I can't make it any bigger though in this game?
Apparently not.
Okay, fine. I'll just keep taking pictures. Where did I get it through? I did this.
Bow Secret Love.
Alright.
Take a picture of the sampler.
Why? That's gonna take forever.
Well, I know we need the duck. Remember the duck being part of it.
I think you need all of them. That's why I took the picture of the book, so we can come back here and look at the sample with the camera.
Okay.
Ah. No, what is going on with this thing?
Hey, Nancy, right?
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
Well, I don't know. Do you like what you do?
I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Tell me about them.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
Which one? Oh, the chicken place.
Yeah.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong.
Okay.
You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Do you think it had anything to do with Lori's disappearance?
Nah, probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
May I see it?
Sure, in fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
So, you're gathering facts?
Of course. It may not look it because that's my style. I'm a low-key kind of guy. But hey, don't worry. I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
You don't like her?
I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an interview on national TV once, it's a pretty safe bet she doesn't like me.
Have you talked to John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I'd talk to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
It's been great talking to you.
Don't mention it.
Wow. Oh, there's a
Wonder what Jake used this for.
pickaxe missing.
He says he needs it. He gave it to Buell.
Buell, whoever that is.
Another gemstone.
Periodic table again.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked.
Gold?
And what does AG mean?
Gold.
you goofball.
There's obviously a combination.
Alright,
Everything.
Nancy, go click AG.
Oh, silver. AU is gold. My bad.
Amethyst citrine. Wallaby. Hagar enchant.
You have to have their full names. You know that, right?
Why? Is it gonna you need to know their names?
Yes. Because their initials spell something.
Camille with Hagar Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
So So what is her defining characteristic? She has braids.
I don't know, she's with him.
J.H. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
Leaping lizards.
Another gemstone.
Oh,
Eliza Sandberger.
Red ribbon.
so Red Ribbon Eliza Sandberger.
Well, I didn't put the whole name for Edna and Alice.
It was Yawning Alice. We'll have to go see what Edna's last name was.
It was something like Crybaby Edna or something.
Angry Edna? Was that?
Wait, am I backwards? Yes, I am.
An old scale. Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Those symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler. It's locked.
So to get back there, you need to light up the owl and the cherry.
Yeah, but we don't have all the scales yet, or weights.
No, I know we don't. No, those are pictures we definitely need from the sampler.
Cherry, it was one, it was this, right?
10 and 7.
10, 7.
Oh yeah, see, it's right there, owl and cherry.
Well, apparently we went the wrong way for the conductor. So we epically failed.
We went the wrong way.
For the conductor.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is this
That's the poem.
Edna the Terrible?
That's right.
This door goes outside. Opening it now would not be a good idea. Looks like some sort of steam valve.
What are you doing?
No, what am I?
Uh-oh, that doesn't
Oh
look
my
good.
god. No. I'm just kidding.
A square and a duck. Now, where have I seen those before? It looks like this thing opens up, but how?
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
Did you know she was going to disappear?
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
But Laurie may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
Finish that. Finish that. I'm done with that. Check. Check. Can't check that off.
What have you got?
See you later.
You better.
Thought there were some slugs like already in the in that room.
Maybe. When I went to it though, it only had the 7 and 10.
Huh.
Is this Jake and his wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
Yeah, I think.
More questions?
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those 2 Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives. Is that all, dear?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
My publisher thanks you.
What were you saying about the pieces?
Thought there was some that was actually in the room with the scale.
Like around where are they?
Yeah, around there.
I think that's something that I'll look at it. If there's anything more in here we missed.
Oh, we looked at that already.
Oh, what about this box? Can I look at that box? On that?
Teddy Eberhardt.
So the other boy is Teddy Everhart. There's only 2 boys, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new, it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
What's up?
Thanks for the chat.
Take care.
I want you to stop so I can play my piano.
What?
Please, some telecommunication.
Nice. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. Junior mode, don't think about it too hard.
Well,
Oh, but I smelled the smoke. Sure.
this can't be right. See?
I think it goes this way. There we go.
There, all done.
I don't know. That make you can turn that valve now because the pipes are connected. I don't know what it does, but hey.
What's going on?
Thanks for your help.
I want to
Don't
play.
mention it.
I want to play Leaping Lizards with you. Come on, let's do
Yeah.
this. What a real jerk.
This is all we have.
I swear there's some that came with it.
Nope.
How do I get out of here?
Go back to that steam thing, I guess.
I guess.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked.
We need to color over something. I don't know what that's for. See a pad of paper anywhere you need to color over?
Mm-mm.
Pointless cards. I roll the emergency brake. Yeah, that didn't work.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Okay, just kidding.
The pipes are all connected.
Yeah, what the hell?
Confused.
What have you got?
See you later.
You better.
An eagle. Where else have I seen an eagle?
We got rid of all pictures of the tapestry.
Eagle means America. What does that mean?
No, it has to do with the tapestry. Which you can't do anything about until you have enough slugs and you're not finding them.
Nope, I'm looking at it. I put everything. Okay.
I swear there's slugs in here.
It's locked.
Unless you're just supposed to do this.
That square in that duck looked very familiar.
It opened it, didn't it?
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think.
You should know, you just looked at the flipping book.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Guess you know how to open that now.
Yep.
Give me that.
Can you open all of them?
Bottom one.
Maybe it's about something that would fill a doll that accidentally knocked.
Naughty Tina Fracture has a broken skull.
No, I swear.
Hey, Princess. Welcome back to the stream.
If I had a spyglass, I'd put it right here. Jake said a lamp goes here.
Well, we don't have that yet. Just kidding.
Wonder what's supposed to go here.
Something. I don't know. This puzzle again. It's like in every game.
Oh, it must have been the last couple. What did I miss?
That one. As everyone said, stop putting this puzzle in every game. The worst part of this game is the weights. They're not your strong suit. Math is not your strong suit. Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh dear. Okay. Of course, it's the last one to pick. Dun 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 dun. Nope. Nope. It's the last one you pick again. No good. Woo! You had a 50-50 shot that time.
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
Was anyone else in on the trick?
Just the engineer, and all he did was keep his mouth shut. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him, and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Harvey. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train, and now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
What about Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
How well do you know Charlena Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies. See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, you know, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
I'll come back later.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why he put a trapdoor by his bookshelf that led to this other train car. Yeah, like you said, was it just
naturally? I wonder how you open it.
Like you said, was it just his favorite parlor trick? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Looks like a dance floor, maybe.
Just invite people on his train and disappear for him, just for fun.
Dancing because reasons.
Oh yeah,
I
a
can use
screwdriver.
this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
There's a random picture of Marie Antoinette.
Well, that's useful.
Sliver. Yeah, I don't know what we're spelling here yet.
Nope. Apparently that's not right.
Don't know.
Making sure I didn't miss anything. Trying to click on this fireplace and let me.
No, I guess you can't go to the fireplace. Alright, let's go back to Balducci's car and do that rainbow thing. What
Looks
is
like I
this?
need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
Hmm. Looks like a presser, like a clothes presser or something weird.
Yeah.
It's a Nancy presser. They're gonna put her on it and it's gonna be like some kind of trap she has to escape. Doo-doo.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat. But I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake hurling his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something. Interesting. I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought they were very, brown.
Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
He's a moron. I'm not gonna ask him what he thinks happened to Jake.
Alright, let's open this box.
So you read it to me.
Orange.
Of course, it only turns one way. Of course.
Blue. Green. Red. Purple. Yellow. Yeah, exactly. The stones look all exactly like the pictures of that type of stone in the book.
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I'd better keep this. Wilson carbide and acetylene works.
Carbide in the upper chamber, or lower chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas. Carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. Would that you or I had invented it. Okay. Little did I suspect my attempt to produce aluminum would instead produce calcium carbide, or that calcium carbide, when placed in water, would release acetylene. Yet suddenly I was the surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing an extremely flammable gas. Okay.
Always your friend, Thomas Wilson.
Alright. Okay, so you want to use the screwdriver? We fixed the pipes already.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what the pipes are for. There's only one way for...
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
There's... Oh, gee. Ah, gee.
Oh no, it's moving the other ones too.
Yeah.
Oh joy. Just use mana.
Oh, that's the last one. Okay, got it.
That one's not moving either. Wait, what were you doing? That one was fine.
No, I know. I've just...
That one was fine too.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Oh, dang it. That one's backwards now. Why? Those are all correct. What are you doing? Oh, that one's not right now.
Yeah.
Dang it.
That one was the last one.
Yeah, this one's still wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
More pipes to connect.
Oh, it says all the pipes weren't connected yet. There's pipes in every car.
Oh, good God.
Ooh, that's trippy.
Here we
I
go.
love easy mode. I love how even Nancy gets tired of the pipes after a while. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do we also see a square and a duck?
There's an eagle. An eagle is 2.
Eagle is 2. Square equals 4.
And a duck equals 1.
Yeah, but 3 is 7 and 8 right now, so we can't make any of those.
No. Okay. Go get lost, dude. Get lost.
What's up?
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
I'm confused. Are you a scientist or a psychic?
I happen to be both.
Oh, of course.
What's commonly referred to as psychic phenomena is all a matter of energy. Just because we don't know where that energy is generated or how to measure it yet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Trust me, either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Ah, of
Thanks for the
course you
chat.
can't.
Come back anytime.
Can you bring the eggnog over here so I can put some in? Please. I'm just gonna go find the Hardy Boys.
Wasn't there another grate with that?
No. The other great, you need a combo. Yeah, that one.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
Did you know that Lori wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
Have you discussed any of her ideas with her?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
Well, I'll let you go.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
I know, it's just that when...
Nancy,
Whoa.
What's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
you found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that you'd rather be an action writer, Princess. Yeah, that the comment I made about John was just, you know, because most fortunes and psychic predictions
I
are just
found a
very
diagram
general.
for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old picture we found.
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah, he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, Nance.
Unless it's to get lost.
See you later.
You know where to find us.
Yeah, exactly. Joe can't be jealous of Nancy since all he did was sit on his butt since he got on the train.
More questions?
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log on to my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
I should get going.
My publisher thanks you.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado. Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her, and heard her, and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
So what do you think? I'll go and check this thing.
Still have to do that. Check. Finish that. Check. Finish that. Finish that. Still have to do that. Check. Check. Finish that. Can't check that off yet.
Do the dancing thing? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm done with that.
Let me take this.
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
This. This.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Somebody
Jump
must have thrown the
scare.
emergency brake.
Jump scare.
Question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
There's no way Lori could have thrown the brake, unless she had someone else do it.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Figures, we just made it all the way back to that side of the train.
More questions?
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
But why was his train found out in the middle of nowhere with just the dead engineer on board?
That does make the story a little more interesting. My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
What do you think happened to Camille?
She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
I should get going.
Oh yeah.
My publisher thanks you.
That just makes me want to eat something right there.
What's up?
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
I'll let you get back to work.
Goodbye.
But what if it was a digital photo? Then what?
Bum, bum, bum.
Got all turned around. Alright, Balducci, get your hands up where I can see him.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let
Oh,
me take
please. Oh, please.
I've seen enough.
Okay, you have?
2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
You don't think there's anything helpful in there?
Nada.
Okay.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can ya?
Which one?
Who else have you told?
Who else have you told about this?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
You're going to arrest him?
Hey, the train could have derailed. We're talking reckless endangerment, attempted assaults, maybe even attempted murder. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Anything for a fellow detective.
I'm pretty sure he's not a detective. Nothing he's said or done so far has led me to believe he could be an actual detective. Yes, useless is 1 word, Tony, not 2.
Yes?
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
How do you know?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train, but Camille? She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille, too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
Bye.
You go, girl.
No, he basically said that when we talked to him.
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
I don't think it lets you have it out while you're dancing.
So, left to there, right to there. And left to there, right to there.
told you, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. It makes you memorize it. Yeah, exactly. Lori and Tino are the perfect pair of cluelessness. Yeah, you're like, screw this, I'm gonna be cheap and take a picture with my phone. Excuse us while we take a picture with our phone.
Bam, baby. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And 5 is here. And 4 is, or 6 is here. Does that make sense? And 7 is here. 8 is here. And
Then they both go over to the right square.
then 9 goes first.
Are you supposedly wearing these shoes? Here's the dolls. Oh. Doll? Oh, well, we need that.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Yeah, we wrote them down for a while, but then we, didn't save the paper. So now we're writing them in our little clue notebook. It starts with CH, that's all I remember.
Oh, we don't know what it spells.
Yeah, it spells the name of the store where she bought her shoes, but we have to ask Beth and George about that. Let's not talk about that in her room. It's like something Chaussets. I don't know, something French. I don't remember.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read. But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint.
Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the walls.
Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Ah, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
I discovered this cabinet full of old dolls in the caboose.
Old dolls make my skin crawl.
Whose were they?
They belonged to Jake's wife, Camille. Jake mentioned them in his letter to his niece.
They could have been Jake's, you know. I mean, they never had a child of their own, right? So maybe after Camille died, he went a little bonkers.
Great.
Oh, Bess. Hey, I'm just trying to think outside the box here, okay? Something it wouldn't hurt you to do from time to time, little Miss No Imagination.
You know, maybe I'll just put this paintbrush down, walk out that door, and let you do this all by yourself.
No! You've got to keep painting. If I don't get this done by tomorrow, I'll be grounded for a month. I was just kidding about your imagination. It's wonderful. You're wonderful. Very, very wonderful.
That's more like it.
I guess I'll let you.
I better go.
Let us know what happens.
Alright, gotta take a picture of the shoes. Okay.
I'm not dancing again.
No, you can't make me.
Alright, what else do we have?
We got slugs, we got 3 jewels.
Where does this go?
I don't know. I think that has to go someplace where we find her gravestone or something.
I need a lamp.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, old dolls are pretty creepy.
This is where Jake's pickaxe goes.
Like, toys in general, like, from the 60s and earlier, just kind of creepy looking. I don't know why.
Still have to do that. I'm done with that. Finish that. Finish that. Still have to do that.
Right. Oh, I went the wrong way.
I'm gonna go talk to Lori. Alright.
Oh, no, I didn't go the right way.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait.
-8. -1. We're trying to get +1.
Yeah, never mind.
Ooh, we got 4.
I thought 1 was 1. I thought the duck was 1.
I thought a duck was 1 too.
Yeah.
What duck?
I have to take him off and put him back on.
I went up to the cherries. Why is it at the cherries?
Oh, you need 4 to make the duck go to 1.
Oh, 4 slugs. Okay, got it.
Well, at least we got the square.
We got the square.
No, that's not it.
Like old stuffed animals, also extremely creepy.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two, hear that?
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up 1 short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing 1?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
I'll let you get back to work.
Come back anytime.
Will do.
Now.
Yeah.
Did you guys find it yet?
Guys, you need to get your act together. Just saying.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command. But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyantes. Chaussessettees. Chatoyantes. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chateauyantes. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
John Gray claims to have Camille's voice on tape.
Really? Did you hear it?
I heard a woman singing, but it was very faint.
You heard an actual ghost?
Bess, whatever I heard was barely audible. For all I know, it could have been a voice off the radio or something.
Did the real Camille like to sing?
According to Charlena, she did.
Well, there you go. You heard a ghost.
Oh, Bess, you are so gullible.
Open-minded.
Gullible.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Let us know what happens.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes to New Year's here too. Yeah. Alright, probably do the doll puzzle and I'll probably stop there for the day. Okay, so who's CH?
Chantilly Hildegard.
She's missing a ribbon. No, that was...
No, she's the one with the boy with suspenders, so I think she's this one.
I think she has
No.
this one?
Yeah, I think she's that one. Oh no,
Well, that's the shoeless one. Thought she had braids. Or maybe it's this one? No, that's
No.
Mama.
I don't know, whatever one we don't have left, we're asking her. Alright,
Might be this one that's already there.
yeah. Okay, so then we need
AU. Awful Ursula is redhead.
Redhead with crown.
Yeah.
And SS.
6 Susie. Has 2 different color eyes. Which one?
Nope.
Nope.
I think it's this one.
This one? Yep. Okay.
Then E.T. Got another terrible. She says mama. She's... No. No.
I put her over here. Her?
Yes.
Okay. No, I thought it was the other girl that said mama.
No, it was... Edna the Terrible says mama.
I thought the other girl said that. She said, I'm not your mama.
Yeah, Yawning Alice says to Edna, I'm
Oh,
not your mama.
oh,
I
okay. Okay.
Then T.E. I think that's Teddy.
Yeah. He's the one without suspenders. He's got killed, apparently. Okay.
I don't even know where I put him.
T.E.
Teddy Elbert. Then S.C. That's Sadie Crawford. She's the one missing her shoes. H.A.
Hagar.
Hagar. Then T.O. Thomas Cena O'Neill. She's missing a ribbon. It was red.
She's missing her, like, part of her hair. Okay, then who?
Yawning Alice.
Okay.
And NT
Do you want the skull?
is Naughty Tia, yeah.
Woohoo! Where's the other slugs? Okay. Okay, can't pick up anything else. Oh my god, stop picking that up. I want the box. Apparently we can't pick up the box. Alright. So we need 4 to make the eagle. No, I mean the duck. did we get the square?
It's 7 over there and 8 and 3 over
Nope. Okay, we gotta switch the. Hold on. What? Oh. I'm confused.
That's 3 coins.
I know. Well, it unlit up.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Stupid. So this.
Maybe it's not supposed to be that. Maybe you're supposed to do this instead.
Yeah, we're gonna probably go watch the actual ball drop thing. I don't think this is happening tonight. Brain's not working. Like, let's negative everything. Yay! Oh, yay, we got the goose now. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, we're probably gonna end the stream right there. Thanks for watching, Princess. If anyone else watches the stream later, thanks for watching. And I'm not sure when we'll be back. Probably tomorrow or Monday, depending on our schedules. So thanks for spending New Year's Eve with us, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.